Hi, I'm Pete with FoamFit Tools. I have a Husky 1025 piece mechanic tool set, and I've got organizers that we've designed to fit this set in a Husky 52-inch 15 drawer toolbox. Now, we've been making organizers for this for quite a while. This version has been updated, so I've got the newer version of the tools, and it's for the toolbox model that ends in HDV4, so heavy duty version 4. There's several different versions of that 52-inch box. So this has been updated for the new tools. And let me show you what that means. So when you get your 1025 piece set and you open the box and you're trying to figure out, do I have version 1 or do I have version 2? And that's just how we describe the two sets. Husky doesn't label them that way. The easiest thing to do is look for this tool. So this is a new 1/2-inch drive breaker bar. It's got a collar on it and extends out. So there's different detents on here. So it's a 1/2-inch drive extendable breaker bar. That's a completely new tool in this version of the 1025 piece set. The other big change is the 3/8 drive breaker bar got longer. So this is the old one. It's about 9.5 inches long. And the new one is an 18-inch version. So not quite 18 inches long. I guess if you fold the end down, it's about 18 inches long. So they doubled the length of the 3/8 drive breaker bar. They also removed a few tools. So they removed this wrench. It's a double box end wrench specifically sized for the nut on different trailer hitch balls. They also removed this spinner handle. So screwdriver handle, quarter drive, socket snaps on there. So that was only in version 1 of the set. And then they removed 5 screwdrivers. And then they remove the quarter drive breaker bar. So really, if you're looking at the box and you find that extendable breaker bar, you know you have version 2. If you find that 3/8 by 18 breaker bar, you know you've got version 2. If you've got the trailer hitch wrench, then you've got version 1. Each of the organizers designed for the 52-inch toolbox is designed to completely fill the drawer. And there's 2 reasons for that. One, of course, is to maximize, your usage of the space. So we try to get each drawer filled as best we can. Obviously, we don't want to put one screwdriver in here and the other screwdrivers in a different drawer, but we're trying to put all the sockets, in this case, all the chrome sockets in one drawer. This goes in your full width drawer. The other thing is for error proofing, right? So if you have multiple people working on a toolbox and you're putting tools away, if there's a lot of empty space in the drawer, someone can easily just set stuff in that empty space instead of putting it in the right place. So there's the idea is each socket has a spot. And if you give 5 or 6 tools to somebody to say, hey, go put those back in the toolbox, they'll find the 5 blue spots that are open and figure out what tool goes there. It's really easy to put the tools away in the right spot. So by having that fill the drawer, it kind of completes that error proofing idea so that tools aren't left in different drawers and missing from certain drawers. It makes it so that everything goes back in the same place without having to chase after people and say, hey, did you put that in the right drawer? Oh, I don't know. So this way it makes it perfectly obvious where each tool goes. And the 52-inch toolbox is a pretty good option for the 1025 piece set. It fills just about every drawer. It uses 13 of the 15 drawers, leaving the bottom 2 taller drawers empty for tools and cases or bigger items that you need in that toolbox. If you've got a lot of other tools, you might consider going to the 56-inch toolbox. Even though it's only 4 inches wider, it's a 23 drawer toolbox. So we go from 15 drawers to 23, you can fit a lot more in the same place. But that toolbox is more expensive. So if you use the 52-inch box and you do have a tool collection that's growing over time, it's still a good option because you can always put a mobile workbench with a few more drawers next to that 52-inch toolbox as you expand. The left side of the organizer is SAE sockets. And you'll notice that we put the heavier stuff to the outside. That's getting it closer to the drawer slides and minimizing any sag in that drawer. So the 1/2 drive deep, 1/2 drive short, 3/8 drive deep, and then 3/8 drive short in the front, quarter drive deep, and quarter drive short. And then things like your hex bit sockets are tucked in kind of by drive size where they make sense to have them. The other thing you'll notice is that we've got the ratchets right in the center. Big finger pocket, so if you're wearing gloves, you can still grab that easily. So to keep the sockets and drive tools all together, we've planned this out such that your chrome sockets go in the full width drawer. One drawer down, we have the rest of the drive tools, and then the impact sockets are 1 drawer above and 1 drawer below. So the SAE sockets go 1 drawer down from the full width drawer, and the metric go 1 drawer above. So the SAE drawer is 1/2 drive deep, half drive short, 3/8 drive deep, 3/8 drive short, and then the drive tools. And then there's hex bit sockets in here as well. For the metric drawer, because that drawer doesn't have enough height, we've tipped down the half drive deep sockets. The other thing that's a little strange is on the 3/8 drive deep, we go from 19 down to the 12, and then the 11 and 10 are tucked in here. There's an additional 10 millimeter in this set. So the set includes two 10 millimeters, so that isn't a mistake. So we just have a second spot there for your spare 10 millimeter. The drive tool drawer rounds out the first four organizers. We've got some of the ratchets in this drawer, mainly these two flex head ratchets, breaker bars, all the extensions, and then these are ball end hex bit sockets. So because of the length, they fit better here. Because they took 5 screwdrivers out of the screwdriver drawer, we were able to add all the screwdriver bits into this drawer. What it is, the red handles are the slotted, black handles are Torx, blue handles are Phillips, and then this is the magnetic handle. So for any size that you don't have, you can make up a screwdriver using all of these bits. So there's Phillips and slotted, of course. There's hex, square, posi, Torx, security Torx, and these nut setter or nut driver bits as well. They made some minor changes here, so we had to redesign this drawer. They went to a bigger plastic holder on the hex keys. They added these color bands, so the blue is Torx, the green is metric hex, and the red is SAE hex. The set includes a lot of wrenches. This drawer is SAE combination wrenches, both regular lengths and then stubby wrenches. And then this layout has midget wrenches, crowfoot wrenches, and flare nut wrenches. The metric layout's similar. We've got them all flat in here, but we had to put them pretty close together to make this work. These are stubby, all the regular length, and then this layout includes those midget wrenches, crowfoot wrenches, and flare nut wrenches. This layout is SAE and metric double box end wrenches. Some of the coolest looking drawers, I think, in this whole setup, besides the socket drawer, for these ratcheting wrenches. So this is SAE ratcheting wrenches, and what you've got is non-reversible ratcheting, right? So they're a wrench that you flip over to go the other direction. So non-reversible, and then the reversible are on this side. So these are bent, so you got more knuckle clearance, and you flip the lever to go the other way. They're stubby. And those we have kind of tucked in to the empty spaces. And then these are real nice, the flex head, right? So it's a non-reversible wrench, but you've got that ability to give yourself some knuckle clearance. You flip it over to go the other way, so good for tight access. And this is the metric layout: non-reversible ratcheting, reversible ratcheting, flex head, and stubby ratcheting. So that's our collection of organizers to fit the Husky 1025-piece set in the 52-inch 15 drawer Husky toolbox. So that's the newer version of the tools, and it's the current version of the toolbox, which ends in HDV4. Leaves you 2 drawers empty, and you can order these foam inserts by visiting FoamFitTools.com. We have a page dedicated to the 1025-piece set, and then each page for the different collections for the different toolboxes has a nice exploded view diagram which shows where in the toolbox each drawer we recommend it goes, and it's got a lot more information, pictures, drawings to help you figure out what wrench, what socket goes in what spot, especially the first time when you're unpacking that big crate and you have to put all your tools away. But do yourself a favor. If you've got the Husky 1025-piece set, definitely come up with a way to keep it organized so you're not losing tools. And give us a call if you have any questions. Thanks a lot. Click like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see some of our videos for other tool sets and other toolboxes.